60% of online business bank applications get rejected. If you don't know how the system works, you'll burn time, get flagged, or worse, have your account frozen with funds stuck inside. In this video, I'll break down how to avoid rejections, make sure to be compliant, and keep your bank account active. Most people applying on their own don't know the rules. They send incomplete files, don't answer compliance fast enough, or get flagged as high risk. And boom, rejection. Do it wrong 3 times, and your business bank account application, your company, your license, gets flagged at a central bank level, and all the business banks know about you. And if your accounts get frozen, it could be locked out for months. No payments, no transfers, no way to get your money out when you need it most. Banking should be at the service of businesses, but unfortunately, it's often the other way around. One of my clients couldn't open a business bank account for 9 months. He tried online business banks, got rejected. Why? His structure, 2 holding companies, owning an operational one. Too complex for the cookie-cutter process. They want single owner setups with clean paperwork. And if you're outside that mold, rejected, no explanation. Now, he wants to try big banks, ENBD, FAB. This is typically a much longer process and quite difficult. And the compliance questions that will come after they see that he hasn't had a business bank account for the last 9 months will be very detailed. Why do you not have a business bank account? Is this a real business? Why did you set up in the UAE and still don't have a bank account to date? And there will be 10 compliance questions more than the usual setup. These are real questions, and they stole the file. Not because the business is fake, but because the setup wasn't done right from day one. Now, I've offered him 2 options: to go through our contacts in banking or open fresh with a simpler shareholder structure, using our channels and fixing it properly. But both pretty much cost the same, and this could have been completely avoided if the initial advice was just done right. How can you avoid such situations? First of all, get the right advice and find the real banks. The right bank for you will make all the difference at application. Now I'm going to give you a few of my preferred business banking solutions in the UAE. Number 1 is Weo. It's a convenient digital bank which is suitable for personal but also business use. It's fast in opening and the process is all digital, but it's only for businesses that have individual shareholders and structures that aren't complex. The second one is Currency. This is a Hong Kong exchange that I really like because it provides you with really good exchange rates and only spot plus $8, and it's super simple to open and very friendly to use. Only one that I know that opens up for free any business in the UAE. Number 3, Payoneer. I really like working with Payoneer. Once you have a Weo account, I think a Payoneer account is a priority for anybody doing business internationally. Great local accounts everywhere and very easy to receive funds and send them out. My current favorite is an online bank that positions itself as private banking for businesses. And it's an online bank that allows you to do complex structures, receive lots of money into it, and do more complex transactions. I'll give you this info in my next newsletter. So subscribe in the link in the description if you want to find out which bank account this is. And of course, if you want to learn more about common mistakes, how to avoid them, subscribe to the channel and to the newsletter and hit the notification bell to ensure you don't miss any critical insights that could save you money and stress. Can you open a non-resident bank account? That's a question that I have quite often. Technically, yes. Practically, not really worth it. You can open a savings account as a non-resident, but expect to deposit at least 500,000 dirhams. And even then, only a handful of banks will consider it. You'll need someone like me to really get it done. And even then, you're not really getting a good personal bank account for yourself because the amount of compliance questions will be enormous. The central bank doesn't like non-resident accounts. Also, from a CRS perspective and tax perspective, you're losing all the reasons why people open personal bank accounts in the UAE. If you're serious about banking in the UAE, get a visa. It's cleaner, it simplifies your tax profile. You'll at least have the option to claim UAE tax residency at the account opening stage, and that gives you options and structure. I'd like to delve into the common mistakes when opening a bank account. Number 1 is transferring large amounts immediately after opening the account. banks will view that as suspicious activity, specifically if you haven't declared it before. Number 2 is failure to provide the right documentation when asked for. If you don't provide compliance with the right documents, you're in for trouble. Number 3, direct transfers from crypto exchanges to bank accounts or accounts that have crypto XX LLC in the name. It's better to use intermediate accounts for transactions in that way. Number 4, ignoring the minimum deposit requirements from a bank perspective. If you're not making any money for the bank, then understand that you are not a very good client and they don't have an incentive to keep you. Number 5, if you apply for the wrong bank account. Of course, if you go for a traditional versus a neobank versus international bank, this is all dependent on your profile, and if you don't apply to the right one, you're just risking rejection and time lost. Number 6, if you don't have a license, don't try to open a business bank account. It will not work. You need a business license to be able to even apply for a bank account, business bank account in the UAE. Number 7, describing your business as crypto, forex, trading, donations, or consulting. Will that clarity get your file tossed fast or at the end of the pile? Number 8, not answering compliance fast. If you take 4 weeks to answer a compliance question, be ready for 10 more compliance questions after that. You need to have your documents together and to answer them fast and in a normal way, normal manner. Number 9, if you apply to multiple bank account openings at the same time and get rejected, the central bank has a system here in the UAE that will flag you and you will not be able to easily open any other bank account later on. Number 10, don't expect a fast turnaround time. Business banking, traditional banks specifically like ENBD or FAB or other big ones, they take 3 to 4 weeks just to evaluate your file, and it can take up to 12 weeks to open one. So if you're not looking for a digital bank account, please do not expect something fast. And finally, if you're not using professional help and doing it on your own without understanding the system, compliance, or risk classification, it almost always backfires. Now, let's get straight into it. If you want to open a business bank account in the UAE without wasting time or getting blocked by compliance, here's exactly what you need to do. Number 1, get your UAE residency. This matters because without a visa and an Emirates ID specifically, you cannot apply for business bank in the UAE without having an enormous amount of questions. And any online bank like we will not even consider you, and you're off to get rejected straight away. Number 2, well, you got to set up your company if you want a business bank account, right? No business license, no business bank account. Don't waste your trying to open an account without a valid trade license. Get your setup right from day 1. Step 3, choose the right bank account. FAB, ENBD, WEO, currency pair, all of them have different risk profiles. If you're running a big firm that has petrochemical trading and does hundreds of millions of dollars for, international trade on a yearly basis, a WEO might be a little bit of a light setup for you. You want a little bit more support, a relationship manager, and prioritization. So you want to go to a more traditional bank. If you're running e-commerce or marketing or a more simple business, then neobank like WEO, currency pair is faster, easier, but with limited flexibility, of course. And this is only for really simple structures. In my opinion, every company here in the UAE should have at least 2 bank accounts, the very minimum. Traditional one and a neo one. Neo one's faster, traditional one is a bit slower, but you have much more support. 4th point, you have to have your documents in order. When you're applying, people are going to ask you, and banks are going to ask you about your passport, your Emirates ID. You need a proof of UAE address, which is a utility bill now, not just an Ajari. You need a valid UAE number, otherwise you won't get a 2FA or SMS that will come, an OTP that will come to you, so no online banking for you. You need a business plan, incoming, outgoing flows, currency type, clients, suppliers. For most traditional banks, 3 clients and 3 suppliers have to be ready for the application. CVs of founders plus social wealth and funds is also required. And if you have a layered structure, an organizational chart is the strict minimum that you need to have. If you have sample contracts and invoices when migrating an existing business, that's better to have them ready for the application. Step 5, online bank or traditional bank. This is kind of where you need to choose what is the right bank structure for you. And if, once again, you're in a more traditional space with large volumes, probably traditional bank account is the way to go. If you're in a, I want to say, a lighter version and you have less revenue, then digital bank is the way to go. You can still have both, and I still recommend both. If you're going for a traditional account, you're going to need to meet your banker. Expect questions on what you do, where is the money coming from, how did you build yourself, how your business operates. And here, be consistent. Inconsistencies between your docs and what you say raises a red flag at the bank level, and the compliance will come back to you and make your life hell. You've done all of this, you've applied, and now they've opened. You got to receive your card, you got to receive your online access and start operating. As you start operating, operate within the limits of what you have declared in the application. If you said that you were going to do $5 million of revenue, don't do $10 million of revenue in the first month. That will flag you as a suspicious account. And the amount of compliance question will be like this. Your first 3 months really matter from a compliance perspective. Number 8, you want to stay compliant as long-term as possible. What does that mean? Keep your license and visa renewed. Respond to your compliance requests. Keep your address and contact details updated. Have audited financials, because they could be required, and declare the actual revenue or notify your banker that you plan on doing way more business than you were initially expecting. Don't say $1 million and then do $50 million of transactions. Once again, I really want to point this across. If you get rejected 3 times in the banking system, you're flagged. Don't get cute with the process. Either do it right or use somebody to do it right for you. Now let's get into another point. How to avoid account freezes in Dubai. Super important for businesses running high risk. Number 1, don't transfer from crypto exchanges. I've mentioned this before, but no Binance, no Coinbase, no Kraken, not even $50. UAE banks will flag or potentially freeze you immediately. Unless you're a licensed VASP, a virtual asset service provider, crypto is a red flag. Keep it in personal wallets or use OTC routes outside your UAE accounts. Number 2, don't mix personal and business. If you have a business account and a personal account, do not put personal money into your business account. This will get flagged. And after 2 or 3 times getting flagged, the business bank account will shut down. You want to avoid that. Number 3, avoid incoming transfers that don't match your declared business activity. So you said you run a consulting firm, then why are funds coming from a crypto exchange or labeled e-commerce? Banks check the activity against what you declared in a KYC form. Be consistent or expect compliance questions, calls, and blocks. 4, don't exceed your turnover without notifying your banker. Now, this is a little bit more advanced, but if you've given your banker an idea that you're going to do $10 million this year, and you know you have a big transaction of $20 million coming in, congratulations to you if that's the case, just notify him. Prepare the contract, send him the invoices up front, and let him know, I have a big transaction coming, it's outside of the scope, I just want to alert you so that you don't freeze my account if something does happen. It's just an email, but it saves you a world of pain. Number 5, avoid using high-risk keywords in payment references. Don't write crypto, forex, betting, gambling, casino tokens, or NFTs. If anything is finance adjacent in the wire, could be flagged. Even consulting can be risky if you haven't justified the activity. 6, don't let the compliance questions pile up. As mentioned before, if you don't answer compliance and you don't answer the questions in the right manner, you can take your time, but you can't take 3 months to answer compliance questions because then the account gets suspended. Do it quickly. Do it with the right documents. And to be able to do that, you need to be prepared. Don't leave the account dormant. No activity flagged as abandoned or suspicious. Even 1 monthly transaction keeps the account live. Banks want to see usage, otherwise they consider you a cost, not a client. Number 8, don't apply for multiple bank accounts at once and risk getting rejected at all of them. Every rejection is logged in the central system. As I said before, 3 rejections, red alert, future applications go under the microscope. Work with someone who knows how to get it right the first time. Number 9, don't underestimate the importance of your UAE residence visa. From a CRS perspective, a tax perspective, an ongoing banking perspective, The UE residency visa is your game changer in your access to 0% personal income tax on your personal account. Final number. Don't use outdated or inconsistent documents. Emirates IDs, visa, proof of address, trade license, all must be current and consistent. Address mismatch equals compliance red flag. Expired documents, instant rejection or freeze. Keep yourself updated. When asked for documents, update them straight away. Don't wait. Few tips. Keep your UAE number on you at all time when traveling. You might need that OTP, you never know. Get multiple accounts, digital, traditional, all of it. And build a relationship with your banker. It still works in Dubai. At GCG, our mission is to help you run your business successfully from a banking operations perspective, but also tax efficiency and HR and other concerns that you have with the government. I'll be sharing more step-by-step banking guides and practical tips in the upcoming videos. And I also have a newsletter where you can follow, subscribe, and I will drop my tips on a weekly basis. Now, if you want me to cover something specific, please let me know in the comments. I read everything and I might include your question in the next one. Thanks for watching. This was Peter from GCG. See you in the next video.